Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. You're welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. I'm a Nigerian migrant who currently stays in South Africa with her family, and I make various content. So please do feel free to hit on the subscribe button. You will like it on this channel. We do a lot of content that has to do with South Africa and Nigeria, my lifestyle here as a migrant in South Africa, whatever interesting thing that I deem well pleased, I bring it to this channel, and you'll definitely like it here. And please do not forget to hit on the like button, give us a thumbs up, share this video if you can. That will really be nice. If you have somebody you want to see this video, please share it. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Yes, so guys, yes, welcome. It's been a hot minute. If you're a regular on this channel, you know I just had a baby, and my god, that's a handful. But however, we move. So mommy duties has taken me away sometimes, and of course, first things first, the baby is priority. And so that's it. In today's video, I want to talk about politics in Nigeria versus politics in South Africa, or you can say election in Nigeria versus election in South Africa. However, we're just talking about politics somehow. I'm not a politician, disclaimer. I'm not a political analyst. I do not really dabble into politics because that's not my prerogative. If you can use that English, or that's not my area of interest. But when things are happening, I bet you we can talk about it a little. Hence this video. Okay, if you've been on the internet recently, you will know that Nigeria just concluded its presidential election on the 23rd of February 2023. Yes, and I'm a Nigerian, so I'll never stop being a Nigerian. Sorry, I think the election was on the 25th of February 2023. So yeah, and I don't know. Ngazi, according to South Africans, I don't know. It was something else. And that presidential election actually is better in this video. Okay, I just want to talk about generally how politics is conducted, how elections are conducted in South Africa versus Nigeria. Hence, you know, this is what I normally do in this channel. This is election period. I don't even know where to start. This video might be all over the place, but just calm down. You get the gist, you get the memo. Okay, so politics in Nigeria versus South Africa. South Africa is a democratic state, just like Nigeria. Nigeria is also a so-called democratic state. I must use that. We say we practice democracy in Nigeria, but I don't know if we practice true democracy. I don't know if we practice free and fair democracy in Nigeria. Okay, South Africa has a lot of similarities. Okay, hence the democratic state. We have a government. So the president of South Africa is President Cyril Ramaphosa. We have political parties in Nigeria, just like there are political parties in South Africa. The ruling political party presently in South Africa is ANC. If I'm right, I know I'm right. Yes, it's ANC. The ruling party in Nigeria presently is also APC. It used to be PDP, but power changed hands and it's now APC. So you know the anomalies that has been happening in Nigeria. A lot of people most times in South Africa will, at least under my video, under the comment sections, would say, hey, Nigerians, you should fight for your country, fight for your country. How do you fight? Do you fight with guns and knives? No, those kind of fights will just be a bloodbath. How you fight for your country, as much as I know, and as much as most people know, is by changing the present leadership that does not favor the people. However, this is a fight that we Nigerians have been trying to win, and we have not till date. I remember what happened in 2020, October 2020, where young Nigerians came to protest. You know, it was a peaceful protest. It wasn't a violent protest at all. However, the peaceful protest still did not end well. You know the story. If you don't know the story, go and check up. A lot of Nigerians lost their life, young Nigerians. So Nigerians have tried over the years change the situation or the story of Nigeria by peaceful protest or by changing leadership. But there's something that is peculiar to Nigerian voting system. The Independent National Electoral Commission, which is the INEC, has not delivered. They have always failed us when it comes to a free and fair election in Nigeria. I don't know the electoral body, if there's any electoral body in that handles voting in South Africa. If you know any, tell me how voting is done in South Africa. I've never voted in South Africa. I'm not a South African citizen, hence I don't have the right to vote. However, I know that South Africa has political parties. There's the ANC, there's DA, there's, which one is that one for Julius Malema? I don't know, I've forgotten the name. Of course, it's a popular one. The way voting happens in South Africa, I don't think that's the way voting happens in Nigeria. Nigeria is notorious when it comes to rigging election. Like, they always make sure that elections are rigged. The power that be, the rulers or people that want to take over the country, they always make sure that there's this rigging. The INEC is also a culprit. I'm calling out INEC. INEC is also a culprit. Oh my God. INEC Nigeria is notorious when it comes to aiding and abetting rigging in Nigeria. Like, I'll call it out the way it is. And okay, so this time around, there's this more sophisticated voting machinery. It's called the BVAS. I don't even know what the full name is. If you know what BVAS stands for, tell me on the comment section. But yeah, I know it's something to transmit people's votes. You know, it's an electronic way of transmitting the votes. This is all in the bid to curb corruption. This is all in the bid to curb rigging. It was said that they used billions of naira to purchase the BVAS machine for the 2023 presidential election, as well as the gubernatorial election and all the elections. Okay, we agreed though. We Nigerians, we agreed. We were hoping for a free and fair election this time around for the first time in Nigeria. Even if you're not a Nigerian, you would have been hearing obedient movement. That's the man of the people. The people want Peter Obi as their president in Nigeria. We've evaluated all the candidates. Peter Obi is one of the candidates from Labour Party. Atiku is the presidential candidate for PDP, and Tinubu is the presidential candidate for APC. Okay, so the people wanted Peter. So, but what happened this time around? Oh my God, it's mind-blowing. Talking about Nigeria just gives me like, it throws me off balance, because it's not something we hoped for in 2023 election. Things were going well, everything was going well. People have already chose their candidates, which is Peter Obi, and we were hoping that this election would not be rigged again because of the BVAS machine. What happened? A lot of people came out to vote. In fact, youths came out to vote. The internet was flooding. You know, the campaign was massive, and the support for Peter Obi was very massive. Even people in diaspora, people that are out of Nigeria, that are Nigerians, wholeheartedly supported Peter Obi. However, one of the presidential candidates, who is Tinubu, said that it's his time, that this is his time to be president of Nigeria. So, therefore, he will definitely be president of Nigeria. My brothers and sisters, you people should be listening. We are like, oh, people did not want Tinubu because we've evaluated the candidates, and we think Peter Obi is a younger person. He has the interest of the people at heart. In fact, he ticks all our dots as young people, as Nigerians, as any well-meaning Nigerian wanted Peter Obi to be the president of Nigeria. We saw change coming. We were envisaging for change and clamoring for change. A lot of people that live outside of Nigeria, they are not happy. If Nigeria was good, if there was no corruption, if there was no insecurity, if there was no kidnappers, if Nigeria was a good country, more than half of the people living in America, Europe, Asia, and even South Africa, a lot of people will go back to Nigeria. But people saw themselves going back to Nigeria in the nearest future by, you know, encouraging that we vote in P2B. In fact, everybody, I would say 90% of Nigerians wanted P2B to win. Definitely, apart from the people that will gain something if another candidate wins, okay? People that are there to rig and people that are there to do evil. The support for P2B was massive. Celebrities supported P2B. In fact, most people supported P2B, but Tinubu is I'll call him a political godfather in Nigeria. He said it's his time to be president of Nigeria. He said, Emiloko. Emiloko is a Yoruba word that said, it's my time. It's my time. He said that he must be the president of Nigeria, guys. Cut the long story short, election happened. Voting, people came out and voted P2B. Nigerians came out in their polling units. I was just following everything on the internet. In their polling units, some people arranged the lines, organized the queues and everything, you know, gave themselves number. They got all organized just to make sure that the voting was, you know, peaceful and everything. People voted. Okay, do you know where they rigged this election? By transmitting the result into the BVAS machine. Guys, why I'm trying to compare South Africa and Nigerian politics right now is that I know that in this country, South Africa, as much as this South Africa is an African country, this thing can never happen. Like, really. And when I mean this what happened in Nigerian presidential election in February can never happen in South Africa. Because in South Africa, no man is above the law. They will South Africans will call you out. Like, South Africans are not corrupt in the way that Nigerians are corrupt. South Africans, I feel the rich in South Africa also have the interests of the people, the masses at heart. Whereas in Nigeria, if you're rich, you don't care. Like, not if you're rich, really. Let me not say the rich. If you're in politics and you feel you're gaining something from this political party or these candidates, you do not care about the people. Can you imagine a governor in Nigeria personally chased out, like, he personally rigged the election state, and P2B was supposed to win. He gave it to Tinubu because, for reasons best known to him, that kind of thing cannot happen in South Africa. That kind of anomaly, it cannot happen in South Africa. Tinubu failed, like, he lost Lagos, where he's from. They said he's from Lagos. He lost Lagos. He didn't win in Lagos. How can he now win in another? It's just like, let me say, in South Africa, you're from KZN province as a mayor or whatever. You were the former mayor of KZN province and you're from KZN. You lost election in KZN, then you come to Northwest, you're winning in Northwest. Is it possible? It's not possible. A mayor in Nigeria, they call it mayor here in South Africa, and they call it provinces in South Africa. While we call them governors in Nigeria, and we call it states in Nigeria. A governor of a state that I will call a mayor in South Africa personally rigged the election. That was how they were rigging. Even my state governor rigged the election, and P2B is supposed to be from my tribe, Southeast. They made him lose election in the whole of Southeast because the Southeastern governors were rigging election for Tinubu. What kind of anomaly is that? And you tell me that I should not. Some people will come to my channel and say you're speaking bad of your country. Guys, I'm not here to speak bad of my country. I'm a proud Nigerian. I don't have any other country yet. I don't have another citizenship yet. It's just Nigerian citizenship. So I'm a proud Nigerian, but I have to call out the anomaly that happens in Nigeria. It was unfortunate that they couldn't transmit the votes, people's votes, to the BVAT machine. After the whole vote, they manipulated the results, and after 2 days, what kind of country calls the presidential result after 2 days, 3 days? In the middle of the night, they announced the result and said that Tinubu has won the election in the middle of the night. Which can that be? What? South Africa is a more organized country when it comes to leadership. Yes, I don't know what to say. Like, really, the situation of Nigeria is really hopeless, but I'm looking for a word. I lack words to quantify the kind of anomaly that happens in Nigeria. It can never happen in this country. As much as this country is an African country. See, I don't hold the general public of Nigeria responsible. I hold the leaders responsible. People really came out to vote, and people had who they wanted to vote, and they really voted who they wanted to vote in Nigeria. So the problem now became the leader, the INEC chairman, the INEC official, and all those in government. They rigged the election. Now they say go to courts. The Labour Party, which is for P2B, they said they were going to court, they were going to contest it and all that. In a layman's term, they wanted to just, verify the result from the BVAS machine. Then the INEC now decided that now, since Labour Party will verify the result, they want to reformat the BVAS machine. They said they want to reset it, that is not working proper. Like, the story is crazy. Guys, tell me what you think on the comment section. I don't really want this video to be too long because my thoughts are all over the place. I'm so angry, really. I can't compare Nigeria and South African leaders. South African leaders they have conscience, they have the interest of the people at heart. No one is above the law in South Africa, but in Nigeria a lot of people are above the law. If you're in politics and if you're a political godfather, you're above the law. In South Africa, there's nothing like godfatherism. I mean, no matter how big you are, you appear in court. If you're supposed to appear in court, you appear in court. But here in Nigeria, they don't care. The justice system is not reliable because of this same leader. So the problem of Nigeria is mainly the leaders of Nigeria and not the people of Nigeria. The everyday man in Nigeria wants change, tries to initiate change or contribute as much as possible, but the leaders are our problem. Nigerian leader is the problem of Nigeria. Nigerian leaders do not want that nation to move forward. What do? We don't know. If we protest, they kill us. What do we do? Like, really, a lot of people say go back to your country and fix your country. How do you fix your country? Guys, tell me on the comment section, what do you think? How do you fix your country that when the leaders are not able to adhere to common voting, when there can't be common free and fair election in Nigeria? Free and fair election, we can't get in Nigeria. We've never gotten free and fair election. They say we practice democracy, but we do not practice democracy. I don't know what we practice, really, but South Africa practices democracy. The power of the people, for the people, and by the people. That is what democracy is. In Nigeria, is the power of some people, by some people, for some people. That's what. So in Nigeria, we don't practice democracy. South Africa practices democracy. In South Africa, leaders are held accountable. Nigerian leaders are held accountable, but they don't care. They are above the law. They do what they want. Guys, if you have any solution, if you're in South Africa, how do you people do these things? If you have any solution, tell us, so that we'll apply such. We'll just apply it, because we've tried as Nigerians. That's why I don't blame any Nigerian that migrates out of Nigeria, because if you try to change the system, you can't change it by yourself. What else would you do? The height of insecurity is above the roof. Corruption is above the roof. Hardship. The problems are endless. Just tell me what you think on the comment section. Share your thoughts with me on the comment section. And thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video. If you're in South Africa, and share this video. Like, this one is not a share this video. Nigerian politics is no politics. Nigerian democracy is no democracy. You can't, no Nigerian should come and start comparing Nigeria to South Africa, because South Africa, they know what they are doing. Their leaders are accountable to them, but Nigerian leaders are not accountable. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next. Bye.